The war in Ukraine has entered a new phase. Beyond the battlefield, a different kind of struggle is taking place. The United States and Ukraine are on the verge of signing a significant mineral resources agreement. This deal, rich in geopolitical implications, highlights the complex dynamics at play in the region. Ukraine, desperate for continued support against Russia, sees this agreement as crucial. The U.S., aiming to secure its own strategic interests, recognizes the value of Ukraine's vast mineral wealth. The agreement, set to be signed in Washington on April 30, 2025, has been the subject of intense negotiations. At the heart of the deal is Ukraine's vast reserve of rare earth elements. These elements, crucial for advanced technologies, have become essential components in everything from smartphones to military hardware. The deal would grant the U.S. preferential access to these resources, potentially lessening its dependence on China, the current dominant player in the rare earth market. This agreement, however, is not merely an economic transaction, it's a strategic chess move. By securing access to Ukraine's minerals, the U.S. strengthens its position on the global stage. It also deepens its ties with Ukraine, signaling a commitment that goes beyond military aid. For Ukraine, the deal represents a lifeline. It offers a path towards economic recovery and a bargaining chip in its fight for survival. The road to this agreement has been paved with tension and uncertainty. Ukrainian Economy Minister Yulia Svyrydenko traveled to Washington to finalize the details, working against a backdrop of escalating violence in her country. The negotiations, closely watched by Moscow, have further strained the already fraught relations between Russia and the West. The deal's fate, to some extent, rests in the hands of former U.S. President Donald Trump. Having previously stated that access to Ukraine's rare earth elements is a prerequisite for continued U.S. support, his influence looms large. Trump's unpredictable nature and transactional approach to foreign policy have injected a degree of volatility into the proceedings. The negotiations have been further complicated by Russia's ongoing aggression in Ukraine. The recent surge in civilian casualties, including a devastating drone attack on Kharkiv, serves as a grim reminder of the human cost of this conflict. The Kremlin, while claiming to support a ceasefire, has continued its military offensive, further destabilizing the region and casting a shadow over the negotiating table. The Ukraine-US mineral deal has sent ripples across the international community. European leaders, already grappling with the consequences of the war on their doorstep, are closely observing the developments. The agreement has the potential to reshape alliances and redefine the balance of power in the region. The deal has also exposed the limitations of international institutions in resolving such complex conflicts. The United Nations, despite its efforts to mediate a ceasefire and address the humanitarian crisis, has struggled to exert significant influence. The Security Council remains divided, with Russia holding a veto power that it has repeatedly used to block meaningful action. The agreement's impact extends beyond the immediate geopolitical landscape. It underscores the growing importance of rare earth elements in the 21st century. As global demand for these resources continues to rise, countries like Ukraine find themselves at the center of a new kind of great power competition. Lost in the geopolitical maneuvering and economic calculations are the millions of Ukrainians whose lives have been shattered by the conflict. The recent surge in civilian casualties documented by the United Nations is a stark reminder of the war's devastating toll. The drone attack on Kharkiv, which left dozens injured, is just one example of the daily violence endured by Ukrainian civilians. While diplomats negotiate and world leaders strategize, ordinary Ukrainians are left to cope with the consequences of a war they did not choose. Families have been torn apart, homes destroyed, and futures left uncertain. The humanitarian crisis, fueled by displacement, food insecurity, and lack of access to basic necessities, continues to worsen. The international community has a moral obligation to alleviate the suffering of the Ukrainian people. Humanitarian aid, while essential, is not enough. A lasting solution requires a commitment to peace, diplomacy, and a recognition of the human cost of conflict. Until then, the people of Ukraine will continue to pay the price for a war that is not theirs to fight.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best and grow, scale, and win.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God.